Alright, so now that I've got my border of my sheet metal, the next thing I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and add some text. I'm going to put my last name in here. You can add any text as long as it's school appropriate. But I'm going to go ahead and add my last name in here. So to add that, I want to go over here and grab my text tool. Okay, and you can see if I hover over it, it tells me it's my text tool. I'm going to click on my text tool so I have it selected. And then I'm just going to click, and I'm going to go ahead and type in my last name. Now, I like to use all caps for that. It just works a lot better, gives you a little bit more to intersect with our border. So I've got my text selected. So now what I want to do is I want to go up and I want to just click on my pick tool. Alright, so I grab my pick tool. Alright, so now that I have my pick tool selected, I can then go to my top ribbon. Alright, my name is selected. I can change the font. Alright, and if you look, let me drag this over so we can actually see. And if you look, as I start to go over each font, alright, you can see that the text will change. Okay, so I generally go with this font. This is my go-to font. There are some fonts that you want to stay away from. Anything that has fine detail in it, it's not going to cut out on the plasma cutter. So Old English isn't great. This one's not great because it has a lot of interior details. Okay, so I've got my font selected. So now I just want to start to resize this. So for this, I will generally start to just drag to get this to resize. Now I want it to kind of intersect or go over that interior square that I created. So I do want the top and bottom to intersect with that. And you'll see why once we start to get a little bit further here. So, and I want every single letter to intersect. Okay, so I'm just double checking and I'm zooming in to make sure that every letter is going to cross over that line. Okay, then I'm just going to expand it so it's close to all the way across this. Okay, so that looks pretty good. All right. So now, once I have this, what I need to do is I need to turn this into a line drawing as opposed to a fill. Or sorry, I need this to have an outline and no fill. So to do that, we're going to need to open up our object properties on the side. So we have our side ribbon over here, or our docking or dockers on the side here. So if you do not have this object properties menu over here, we're going to need to get that. So to get that to show up, we're going to go up to Window, the Window tab up at the top, click on that. We're going to go down to Dockers, and we want to make sure that Object Properties is checked off, which you can see it is here. If it's not checked off, it won't show up on the side. So again, Windows, Dockers, Object Properties. All right, and now you can see I have Object Properties on the side. Now I need to make sure that my text is selected. All right, if my text is not selected, it's going to look like this. So I need to make sure my text is selected. Okay, I'm going to go to my fill type. Right now it says uniform fill. I want to click on that drop down and go to no fill. And you can see my text disappears. That is perfectly fine. All right. Then I'm going to go down to my outline width, which is down here at the bottom. I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to go to 0.5 point. All right. And now you can see I have my outline selected. So now what I want to do is I want to go ahead and trim. All right. You can see where these two intersect. All right. What's going to happen is the plasma cutter is going to come through. It's going to cut along this line. So it's going to cut this line, and it's also going to cut the line from my letter. Alright, so I want these two connected, so I want nothing here, no lines here. So the easiest way to remove those lines is a pretty simple command. Alright, so I select my text, I push and hold the shift key, and I want to click on the smaller rectangle, that interior rectangle. Alright, the way I'm going to know that they're both selected is if you can see I've got a little handle on the rectangle, and I've got handles that represent each letter in the text. And you can see I've got this feature up here since I have more than one thing selected. Alright, and what I want to do is click on this button here. It says back minus front. And what that did was that removed all those overlapping lines, alright, to give me that cutout. So now what I want to do, since I've already saved to my H drive, I'm just going to go up here, click that save button. It's going to go ahead and resave that for me. Stay tuned for the next video. I'll show you guys how to add an image up here as well as create our base.